Hello, good morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome everyone to the Extreme Tech Challenge Startup Competition finale for the Sustainable Smart Cities and Web3 categories. Welcome. Thank you. It's so wonderful to be back at CES. Just feeling the energy of the conference, reconnecting with old friends, making new ones, and it's so great to see so many familiar faces in the audience today. So thanks for coming out and supporting us. A little bit about Extreme Tech Challenge, or XTC. We were founded 10 years ago by two legendary Silicon Valley-based investors, Yang Sung and Bill Tai. And you might recognize them from being early investors in some of the most iconic companies today, including Zoom and Canva, which came out of this amazing Extreme Tech Challenge community. Fast forward to today, we are now the world's largest marketplace for innovation, attracting thousands of entrepreneurs every year from over 100 countries, covering all technology verticals, as well as funding stages. So it's truly this amazing global community of people that are doing good, building technologies that are building a better world, but absolutely can become category winners and generating outsized returns for investors. So we really believe in our mission is to find and support these amazing entrepreneurs, and by giving them the rocket fuel to help them to take it to the next level. And how we define rocket fuel is global visibility, for instance, putting them on stages like this, access to venture capital investment, access to corporate strategic partnerships, and mentorship. I really think the magic of XTC lies in the strength of our community, this wonderful community that are finding these amazing entrepreneurs and supporting them and giving them the network. So really thinking about building relationships that can carry them far into the future. We really believe in the power of technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship to solve some of the biggest world's challenges and build a world that we want to live in. So today we're going to cover two tracks. First, you're going to see 8 companies from Sustainable Smart Cities, and then 8 companies from Web3. And at the end of each of the track presentations, we'll crown the winner live here on stage. So just to get you all up to speed, here's a highlight video of our 2022 competition season.
We have many difficult challenges that we are all facing. So what can you do about that using technology?
I am extraordinarily impressed with this program. The Extreme Tech Challenge is an outstanding program for entrepreneurs around the world, and I was incredibly impressed with the energy and passion and overall quality of the companies and entrepreneurs I had a chance to meet.
If you're a founder of a startup, you want to make a real impact and you want to go global, then the best platform you can choose is Extreme Tech Challenge.
You want to mobilize the community of startups as well as corporations.
Many of our generation kind of mess up the planet. You guys might be able to fix it.
Great, awesome, wonderful. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our co-founder, Yang Sung, to say a few words, joining virtually.
Thanks for joining us today at Consumer Electronics Show. We're excited to have you join us Extreme Tech Challenge pitch competition, some exciting startups that can be able to share their innovation and their startup contributions, making the difference. True innovation takes time, takes entrepreneurship, taking risk, as well as being able to have a long-term vision. The Extreme Tech Challenge is the largest competition in the world to address startups that can apply technologies on UN Sustainable Development Goals. Since 2020, we had over several thousand companies that apply their ideas and sharing their innovation through our innovative forum in Extreme Tech Challenge. A key part of sustainability is economic sustainability. And if we can be able to scale and be able to bring these ideas to reality, we can truly make an impact. And that's the promise of Extreme Tech Challenge, to be the leader in presenting actionable startups for a better world. I have spent much of my life exploring tech for impact. As a startup CEO, we worked on reducing power and improving the performance of compute that can be able to bring the storage and network faster infrastructure to the world that we're living in today. At Samsung, I led teams developing groups to invest and innovate in the area of digital health, next generation infrastructure, smart cities, and mobility solutions. Today, my venture capital fund, World Catalyst, is focused on entirely what I call fifth wave technology evolution, an era driven by data and AI, which are utterly transforming and accelerating progress in every vertical domains. You will see the pitch from 32 finalists, select from over 240 applicants through 2 levels of judging by top venture capitalists, bankers, technologists, and corporate venture capital firms to arrive at 8 finalists in 4 categories. Yesterday, we presented FinTech and Digital Health. Today, we're presenting Smart Cities and Web3. The scope of XTC is always global. Today, you will see ventures from a number of geographies, including India, Israel, Europe, and North America as well. In smart cities, breakthroughs in electric vehicle infrastructures, improving water quality, plastic water management, and other topics that are critical to our living in a smart world. In Web3, a great deal of noise and controversies has been recently experienced. The reality is that quietly, what we showcase is serious, practical, impactful infrastructure being developed using blockchain and other technologies. Some of the examples would be using ledgers to provide capabilities to underserved markets, and serious 3D AR/VR tools for effective applications, as well as using secure web for the next level of flexible infrastructure automation. I am so happy we can be able to share these brilliant entrepreneurs today. I hope you also get excited as I am about what their entrepreneurship can do, innovation can do to make an impact in our lives. I hope you can join our Extreme Tech community, be able to continue to mentor, be able to support, be able to encourage entrepreneurs to make a difference. As you know, Extreme Tech Challenge is a nonprofit. We cannot do this alone, and I'm glad we have over 300 different organizations that have been involved and volunteered to support very important initiative. So I want to thank you, all of you that has been joined, to be a catalyst, to be a mentor, to be a judge, and to support and to sponsor these initiatives. Lastly, I want to thank all of entrepreneurs that are presenting today. Your hard work is appreciated, and your success will bring more success, and that can be able to make a difference going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Young, for your inspiring words. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce a special guest today, Lars Rigger, who is the CTO and EVP of NXP Semiconductors. Lars is also a board member at Extreme Tech Challenge, and we are just so appreciative of the support and guidance that Lars has offered us over the years by being, giving us strategic guidance as well as, introducing strategic partnerships that help us expand our footprint across Europe and other parts of the world. So please put your hands together for Lars.
Thank you. Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me here. And of course, NXP with 30,000 employees, 11,000 engineers is not exactly a startup, and it's the former Philips Semiconductors already in the business since decades, also on semiconductor development. Why am I standing here on stage for a startup challenge, and why is this so close to my heart? Well, very simply, if you're looking at the big mega trends that are plaguing us today, or the topics that we have to solve, aging populations, resources, being mindful with education, equality alongst the globalized world or deglobalization, and I could name a lot more. This is not new trends. I could show you slides that I have used 15 years ago addressing all of these trends. So we saw them coming, we see them becoming more and more pressing, and now of course the key question is how do we react to all of that? Let deglobalization happen. Okay, maybe not an ideal solution. Force everyone to go in population reduction worldwide. Politicians have tried this already over 50 years, also not exactly working. So the only way forward, or one of the key ways forward, is of course trying to address our challenges with innovation. No, clear, simple. And NXP is in a very smart spot at the moment, because if you're looking at the world of innovation, at the world of electronics, 95% of all innovations is electronics based today. So for a semiconductor maker, a blessed land. But for all of that, we are changing how we deal with technology. 20 years ago, it was, I have my mobile phone, I have my home entertainment, maybe an early PlayStation or infotainment electronics. That's it, what I had in my house. Then some smart guy took a laptop, stuffed it into a mobile phone, called it smartphone, and said, I have a data display device here. And with this data display device, you suddenly needed big storage and big compute in a thing that we call the internet. And this big storage and big compute we call the cloud. And what happened is the on-demand world took shape. Lars needs a taxi, okay, get your Uber. Lars needs a pizza, okay, order one. Lars wants to know whether in Germany, in my holiday house, the auxiliary heating is already on. No, I can switch it on here and now. So I'm today in the on-demand world. And that is now taking the next step. We are moving into a world that anticipates and automates. And that's even better for semiconductor makers. A world that anticipates and automates means, in analyst forecasts, that there is 75 billion smart connected robots around us at the end of this decade. 75 billion. Now, you will understand how analysts behave when they see this and say, 75 billion smart connected devices, and your semiconductors are in all of these devices. Great, share price up, because the share price is the hope, of course, of what can you do to society in future. Okay, nice. NXP has exactly 11,000 engineers. 11,000 engineers to develop 75 billion smart connected devices? Mission impossible. So the only way forward for a company like NXP is play ecosystem. We have 26,000 customers, so more customers than engineers. We have no clue what a lot of these customers are doing, and a lot of these customers are buying our silicon via distribution and so on. So how do we find out who are the next needle movers in the ecosystem, and how do we play with them? How do I give my attention, my calories of my development force to these people, to these startups, and how do we help these startups to, very selfish thought, to be great suppliers to us, maybe even great acquisition targets in future, being great partners to us, joint go-to-market. I have a great technology, can you bring me a microcontroller? Together we have a solution for tech for good. Or whether they are the next unicorns that are monster customers to a little dwarf like NXP. So from a very selfish approach, there is big changes happening. Smart transportation, but also, of course, smart cities and a decentralization of the internet to serve all these 75 billion smart connected robots. So, in other words, that means we need to work on blockchain technologies. How do we work to build trustworthy devices? I mean, your robots are always built in a similar way. You sense your environment, you connect to the cloud, you think of a smart device and send it to the actuators of your robot, right? Sense, think, connect, act, always easy. The key challenge in future is, how do I trust these devices? Because when my fridge for the first time is ordering 500 liters of milk for the weekend, that thing is switched off again. When my car starts erratic driving, when my traffic lights are going all directions on red for the next 24 hours, I will not trust these devices anymore. We have to re-engineer the web. We call it Web3 or give it any other name, but this is making the web ready for these 75 billion smart connected autonomous little robots that help me and that anticipate and automate what I want to do. And of course, my infrastructure has to change. And then ideally, I find via this technology challenge the next big needle movers in the ecosystem. And this is why I'm on the board of XTC, why I'm so upbeat on what we are doing here. And I hope to learn, of course, in the last days, but also today and going forward, who are these needle movers. And I'm very, very eager to see now the next coming presentations. And yeah, thanks a lot to listening in here, and have a great event for the next hour. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Lars, for spending time with us, sharing with us your vision for how NXP is going to move forward. Truly, semiconductor powers the world, but really, I think your point on building the ecosystem to foster innovation and apply innovation is just so well taken. Thank you so much, Lars. Round of applause for Lars Rigger, please. Now, to kick off our Sustainable Smart Cities pitch track, I'd like to invite my colleague, Andy Cao, who's a partner at Walden Catalyst Ventures, to say a few words. Andy's been investing in this space for over 3 decades and has invested in some of the biggest names in this space. I'm eager to hear about what excites him right now. Welcome, Andy.
Thank you. Good morning. So, this is my 29th year of doing venture capital investments. Lots of ups and downs, 2 major economic corrections, and I think what we're seeing now is kind of a 3rd correction in the market. But based on my experience, corrections are temporary, and there will be a big growth wave right after it. We're always on the lookout for the next big thing. In the smart city space, I think of it in 2 different ways. One is the home, and there's obviously people with Alexa and Google devices in their homes. There's various different ecosystems in the home. And then there's the larger ecosystem, whether it be cities, towns, urban infrastructures. And I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Not so much in the consumer space, but in the industrial and commercial space. So we're really looking for all kinds of new startups that are addressing these things. To give you an example of one deal that we did recently, it's a company making Bluetooth chips. Now, Bluetooth chips are everywhere. They're in your earphones, in your phones. But I think what's exciting now is that there finally are coming together these Indian industry consortiums. Matter is one of them, which will unify the ability for different devices to talk to each other. So it doesn't have to be just a one-to-one Bluetooth to Bluetooth connection, but it allows your Alexa to talk to your Google device, to talk to your door lock, and perform a seamless network of connected home devices. So we've invested in this company. They started out doing Bluetooth. They are now doing Matter chips. And actually, it was interesting to hear Lars talk about all these semiconductor opportunities, because that's where I got my start. My first investment 29 years ago was a semiconductor company. I absolutely believe that semiconductors form the foundation for a lot of the advances that we've been having right now. So we're continuing to look for semiconductor deals, application layer deals on top of that, both in consumer, C2C, B2C, B2B efforts. So anyway, I think right now we'll hand it back to Victoria and get started. Thank you.
Awesome, Andy, and hopefully today you're going to see some companies that interest you. So before we get started, here are the top 8 companies presenting today for Sustainable Smart Cities track. I'd like to take a moment and thank our judges and evaluators for your time and expertise in helping us filter through hundreds of applications that arrive at the deserving companies today of this stage. Thank you so much, judges, evaluators. Please, a round of applause. And I see many of you here at the stage today. Thank you. So here, kicking off our first presentation, please welcome Augmented Sense Technologies.
I'm an avid cyclist, from fun to fitness to transportation. And yet, due to a couple of serious altercations with distracted drivers, I don't ride on the road anymore. I hear this all the time. In the period of 2009 to 2018, vehicle fatalities actually decreased by about 10%. But during that same period, bicycle fatalities actually increased by a whopping 48%. And yet the amazing technologies we take for granted in modern vehicles are not available for stand-up scooters, bicycles, e-bikes, motorcycles, what we call VRUs, or vulnerable road users. So we set out to develop the detector, an intelligent collision avoidance taillight that is lightweight, easy to use, inexpensive, and does not require a data connection. Seem to be going forward. Here's how it works. The device uses artificial intelligence, 3 cameras, and radar to track and detect the presence of vehicles around you in real time. The detector can tell you not only that something is behind you, but what it is, where it is, and how dangerous it is. This information is sent to the user via Bluetooth Low Energy to his smartphone, where directional haptics and sound are used to tell the rider about the threats that exist in the environment. This information can also be used to do countermeasures to alert the driver as well as the rider and automatically record the video. Key relationships with academia and key industry suppliers have led us to a proof of concept and readiness to commercialize. The detector has the potential to save countless lives and innumerable serious injuries, and make alternative transportation fun and enjoyable. We think that's a value proposition that we can all get behind. My name is Tony. I'm the founder of Augmented Sense Technologies, and I'll hang out if anybody has any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony, for your presentation. Rolling on to the next one, please welcome Charged.
Hi, I'm Raphael. We are developing an approach that will fundamentally change the economics of electric vehicle charging, putting a community at its core. If we talk about EV charging, you'll likely think of the fast charging infrastructure deployed by Tesla. These fast charging stations will only make 20% of the charging infrastructure ahead. While more prevalent today, these stations are very expensive. If we really want to keep up with the EV adoption, the slow charging infrastructure is crucial, since these chargers will make up to 80% in the next few years. Slow charging today is often dismissed as extremely inconvenient and disruptive for the EV drivers, since user lifestyles are not a one-size-fits-all, and charging takes 5 to 12 hours. The good thing is that they're already installed, at offices or at home. We are taking a highly data-driven, community-first approach with focus on scheduling to put the EV drivers at the heart of the experience. Based upon a behavioral economic model, we are developing a best-in-class platform solution that adapts the experience to enable slow charging to work for each and every customer. We are currently working in stealth mode, but have already charged more than 10 megawatt hours and interest from Fortune 500 companies. We're excited for our next steps.
Thank you. A round of applause for Charged. Next, we will hear from Annexor.
The world has an organic and plastic waste problem that is affecting our air, our climate, our water, and the way we live. After 5 years of stealth product development, I'm excited to present to you the Annexor BioCHP, a small-scale, microturbine-driven renewable energy system that solves these problems. My name is Robert Grajewski, and I help lead Annexor Bioenergy. The bio-CHP can convert 2 tons per day of any combination of organic or plastic waste and generates at least 100 kilowatts of renewable electricity and 200 kilowatts of renewable thermal power, all while generating up to 2,000 tons per year of Verra-certified carbon offsets. Essentially, one bio-CHP provides enough power to power over 100 homes, and multiple bio-CHPs can be easily aggregated together as needed. The bio-CHP has several unique competitive advantages. One, it can use any combination of organic waste, biomass waste, or plastic waste as feedstock. 2, it can be easily moved or located where energy is most needed or where waste is located. 3, the systems can be quickly deployed in less than 2 days. And 4, the systems can operate completely on-grid or off-grid, providing grid-independent power. Our greatest competitive advantage is that we've broken through the techno-economic barriers of small-scale waste-to-energy generation, enabling us to provide significant financial savings to our customers. In fact, through our novel energy-as-a-service business model, there is no customer investment or CapEx ever required. What that means for our customers is that we can save them at least 20% on their current energy and waste disposal costs, make them zero landfill of their organic and plastic waste streams, lower their carbon and plastic footprints, and also help them to achieve their sustainability KPIs. At Enexer, we've developed significant partnerships that are helping us expand out into the community. We've raised over $25 million in venture capital. We have Fortune 500 partners from across the world, and we've built a significant team that's here to execute and make this happen. Come join us, and let's solve the world's waste problems. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, please welcome Fixar.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yulia, and I'm co-founder of Fixar, Latvian developer of autonomous drones with best-in-class economic efficiency. We are proud of the fact that our drones are the drones for good, whether it's search and rescue missions, disaster relief efforts, vital product delivery, or asset inspections. And serving the global communities, we are disrupting the traditional drone market with safety, autonomy, and efficiency, while still being safe with zero CO2 emission for people and environment. And that is why we won Edison Awards this year. So far, we have already sold 100 drones across the globe. Our quarter-over-quarter sales revenue is 75%. And by 2026, our revenue will be $100 million. Our drones are approved by FAA, Transport Canada, and other global regulators. By 2030, the global drone market will reach $336 billion. But to open all this potential, the drones have to fly longer, they have to carry heavier payload, and be safe for people and environment, and Fixar does this. Thanks to our scalability, we have already extended the flight distance from 25 miles up to 186 miles, and carry capacity from 3 pounds to 22 pounds. Thanks to proprietary software and patented aerodynamic design, we provide 3 times more efficiency than any other alternatives. What is next? We are fundraising now to expand the geography to deliver the critical data and life-saving products every single day. That is Fixar. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, please put your hands together for Graphene Nest.
Good morning, CES. So, electronics have to be shielded against electromagnetic interference that causes noise, data loss, and device failure. The current solutions use metals that are not sustainable and are heavy, rigid, and energy and resource intensive. Everything from your smartphone, laptop, VRs, automotive, and airplane needs shielding to work reliably. And that's how GraphNest solves this problem. GraphNest offers a sustainable graphene-based plastic and coatings that provides better shielding and reduce weight by up to 75% and production costs up to 15%. The current systems, as you can see at CES, every housing or on the PCBAs, we are incorporating our systems and helping provide the solution for the tier 1 to OEM component and system manufacturers. Our total market is 15 billion, but we are currently focused on cable industry. And for that, we have an obtainable opportunity of around 400 million just for that market. So, closing up, we are basically scaling up our production. We have a full team of 8 people. We build not only a clean technology to produce graphene, but also we develop the formulations. So we build the IP while supporting the incorporation of our technology into our customer products. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Graphene Nest. Thank you. Our next presenter to take the stage, please welcome Ionate.
Cheap renewable power, electrified heat and transport, plug-and-play innovation. Our energy future sounds thrilling, but we mostly hear about the challenges. Why? Well, the system linking it all is just not ready. Grid technology is over 100 years old and was designed for a very different time. All this innovation connecting is like trying to stream Netflix on dial-up internet. This is exactly the problem we're solving at Ionate. We have hardware-software innovation that together provides a new foundation for the energy system. Our hardware is a hybrid intelligent transformer. It enables all of the essential data and power flow control needed in one robust device at a fraction of the price of any other competing technology. Where in the past you needed 3, 4, 5 different devices added on top, now you just need our one device to turn a previously passive node in the system into an active one. It's a game changer for utilities, resolving issues and giving a pathway for the energy transition. But it also improves everything connected to the grid. Things like renewables, EVs, and data centers. Whatever the use case, you can drop in the hardware and it fixes everything locally. But doing just that would be underutilizing it. Because once there's multiple devices deployed, you can coordinate them with Ionate software to achieve systemic benefits. This software stack built on top of our unique hardware delivers the full operational dataset, unlocking huge value and ongoing software revenue streams. It allows more renewables and EVs to be connected, more electricity through the grid, and reduces losses. We think the energy transition brings a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make the energy system fundamentally better, smarter, solving the challenges of today whilst making it more flexible and robust to power innovation for generations to come.
Thank you. Ionate, thank you. And for the final presentation of the Sustainable Smart Cities track, please welcome WaterSite.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michal. I'm a Strategic Partnership Director at WaterSite. Yeah. So the world is facing a world crisis, water crisis, right? Invisible water crisis. How much do we really know about the quality of the drinking water? We don't. I don't want to scare you, but we really don't know what happens to the water from the safe place where all the monitors are until it goes to our house. And all those monitoring systems are not enough to face those challenges. They're too slow. They're sometimes manually. They go and do lab testing, and until you know that something wrong, is a little bit too late. And if there's already smart sensors out there, they're very expensive. And this is exactly what WaterSite is here to solve. This is a joint venture by NewSite. This is an Israeli leading sensor company, and Mekorot, which is Israel's national water company. And WaterSite exactly is doing that. Real-time IoT water quality monitoring that is powered by AI and machine learning. Basically, I have this device here. This is our device. This is the Aqua Ring. This is an IoT device that can be from source to tap and tell you in real time, spectrally, there is a spectral sensor inside, the water quality in any time. And this is, imagine you can have this spread in all of the cities, municipalities, in the process control of food and beverage, everywhere, and to know in real time what's the quality of the water. But this is also a learning system. First, it learns the quality of what is the normal water quality, but then it can alert anomalies, and in time, since it's driven by big data, it can even tell you what's wrong in the water, and it's constantly improving. So this is the next generation of knowing and being safer with our drinking water. So this is not only keeping one of the most important resources of living, water. This is also a huge business opportunity. We're talking about $55.2 billion that water utilities spend of knowing the water quality. But it's not only that. It's needed in agriculture. It's needed in water management devices, in house buildings, in our even homes. And this is very important for us to kind of driven that revolution and have knowledge of what really happens to the water. So WaterSight already have nice traction, and we're just getting started. You can see, although we are just started a new company, we already have pilot programs active around the world. We work with the biggest, we cannot name everyone, but we are working already with the biggest beverage and water management companies also in US. And hopefully we can add more players and get knowledge of really and value of really what and feel safer about our water. I invite you to be a part of our revolution, and there is an exciting investment opportunity right now in WaterSight, and to join our pilot program. And I'll be here around for any questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, WaterSight. Thank you for your presentation. And before we announce the winner, I'd just like to say thanks to all the presenters, all the founders presenting today. You're all winners in your own right, and you all won the chance to be on this big stage to evangelize your innovation. So a round of applause to all the presenters today. And of course, there has to be a winner. So let me bring Lars and Andy back here for the announcement. Please join me on stage. Lars, please do our honors of announcing the winner.
Yeah, big thanks for being here, and I'm very, very proud to announce our winner. As a German, I'm very fond to technology. I'm really keen on semiconductors, you have learned, but I'm also a passionate beer drinker, and for beer, water quality is, of course, of the essence. So, Michael, maybe you can come on stage here. So some heavy weights to carry.
And as we let's get closer to the photo. Andy, please. So let me invite all the startups presenting today to join on stage. And if you a judge here in the audience, come on for the group photo as well. So while we get everybody on stage, Andy judges this track, so maybe you can share a couple of thoughts on WaterSight.
Sure. So one of the reasons, or several reasons, that we were very excited about WaterSight. One is that water, of course, is an essential element to life. We all need water. We all need clean water. Dirty water or polluted water is a huge problem, especially in the developing world. The second is that there are some great insertion points into the market in order to generate early revenue. They talked about bottled soda drinks. There's if you go to Starbucks, they need to monitor their water quality. They have a brand to protect. So I think one of the keys in judging these companies is looking for where are you going to generate early revenue. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Let's get everybody around. let's get everybody around for the group photo. Do we have everybody in the shot? Thank you so much, and congratulations to Waterside. Congratulations. Thank you, Lars. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, all the judges, the presenters. Okay? Yeah. Great.
Congratulations.
And then now, let's do a pivot. Thank you. Great. Now let's kick off the second half of our startup competition finale, moving on to Web3. We're so excited to present these top 8 companies to you today who are really democratizing and pushing the boundary of technology in Web3 application and infrastructure. Again, before we get started, I want to take a moment to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the judges and evaluators that have devoted their time and expertise. Can we get the judges slide up, please? I want to make sure we recognize the judges and evaluators that have shared their time and expertise to help us arrive at the startups presenting today. So round of applause for the judges. Thank you. To get us kicked off for this session, I'd like to welcome Jamie Butcher, who's the president and CEO of Chemonics International, to share with us some of his thoughts on what excites him in this area. Welcome, Jamie.
Thank you, Victoria. And thank you all. I'm really excited to be here today. Congratulations to the previous startups. It was exciting to see, and I'm really excited to see this next round of startups as well. Before we do that, I'll tell you a little bit about Chemonics and why we're here. Chemonics is what we like to say the largest sustainable development company in the world, working with USAID, British Aid, FCDO, the Global Fund, and others in a wide variety of socioeconomic areas, helping with democracy and governance, economic growth, health, infrastructure, supply chains, and other areas of importance in low resource settings, nearly 100 developing countries in the world, working in communities that have limited resources. And you might ask, well, from that vantage point, why are you here at CES? And why are we partnered with the Extreme Tech Challenge? We do so because we infuse technology, ingenuity, and entrepreneurship, which you see in all of these halls in nearly everything we do. We do that because it offers the promise for the communities we work in to leapfrog in ways that wouldn't be possible without that ingenuity and technology. And when I say we work with technology in almost everything we do, it's not just rudimentary technology. We heard about a drone startup. We work with drones across the world in a wide variety of ways. We have satellite imagery partners. We do predictive analytics, 3D printing, and a wide variety of other applied technologies in communities that adapt those technologies. And I'm particularly excited about Web3 because it has a foundational aspect to all of our future. When you think about the last century, you think about the struggles of the last century, there are many. One of the prominent ones was decision-making. Decision-making in the hands of the few or in the hands of many. Ultimately, decision-making through market economics and democracies, as messy as they can be, and we see that today, prevailed largely in the last century because they were more efficient. They helped us make decisions in a more efficient and effective way, putting power into the hands of the many. Now, looking at where we're looking at global crises like we've never seen before. Climate change, global health security, global health pandemics that are going to exacerbate the future for all of us. And one of the aspects that's a big challenge, and it's that top 3 challenge that we face, is backsliding on democratic values and authoritarianism. Why is that particularly prominent and difficult right now? Because technology is being used in more efficient ways in the hands of a few to control many. Web3 offers the promise to reverse that or counter that scenario, right? So we're working in a wide variety of applied ways, like I talked about, including with Web3, using blockchain, for instance, helping people that have been forced out of their homes to regain their identity and rebuild their lives. How many people do you think in the world have been forced out of their homes? Any guesses? 100 million, nailed it. It's over 100 million right now, 1 in 80 people. If you look at this conference and think about if 1 in every 80 people were forced out of their homes, that would be a representative sample of the world. So we're working with blockchain to help stem the tide of that massive problem. We're also working with central bank digital currencies, hoping to take the financial systems and turn them over to people that can make better decisions on behalf of the communities where they live. We're working with the financial institutions in those countries as well to build trust environments where people aren't reluctant to go put their cash or have their transactions in places they don't know that aren't familiar. So we work with local outlets, mom and pop shops, and other places. And then through this engagement, we see the promise of Web3 technology, if it goes in the right direction and can be utilized in a positive and distributed way, being one of the key aspects of our ability to affect socioeconomic outcomes in the future. And that's why we're here. That's why I'm excited to see these startups and partner with XTC and be at CES. Look us up, chemonics.com, Twitter. My Twitter handle is Jamie Butcher. I'd love to hear from all of you. Why? Because it's going to take all of the ingenuity, all the entrepreneurship and energy we have in this room throughout these halls to affect our future. And we can't do it alone, so we need everyone. So please join us as we move forward, Chemonics International. I'll look forward to engaging with any of you who have great ideas about how to apply this technology in effective ways to produce a better future. Thank you.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Jamie. And let's get the pitches started, right? First presenter from Believe In.
Hello. Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm David. I'm the co-founder of Believe In. And first of all, sorry for my accent. I'm from Italy. I'm a bit confused by the jet lag still, so thank you for it. Let's start. So this is about social media. So we heard a lot about sustainability and many other cool stuff, but this is about social media and creator economy. So if you are in it, you will love this. So everything started because of a personal story. I was one of the first 2,000 followers of a person probably you saw, and it has a name and a surname, Kaby Lame. I saw him growing from 2,000 followers to 150 million today. I was one of the first, and he doesn't even know who I am. I felt a missed opportunity. I saw him growing in front of my face, but I couldn't have the tool to actually join something like that. And a lot of people are doing the same. Whenever you follow someone, probably happened to many of you, you don't really have the opportunity to join his success, even though you are sure about it. And that's exactly what we're doing with Believe In. Believe In is the first platform to allow you to actually make money, earn something out of your favorite creator growth. And the way we do it is very easy and very simple. We created the first fantasy football for creators. That means that the first thing you do is you become a believer. You buy the card that represents your specific creator, and you're officially part of what will happen in the next week. So we convert comments, views, engagement, anything that happens in his profile into virtual points. So you participate to tournaments, and every week you can actually win weekly rewards. So whatever happens in his profile, it will be part of yours. And if you think about it, the real question here is, why now? The real number that we should focus on is 200 million people consider themselves creators today. And this is growing every day. So imagine what it means is if instead of actually follow a person, you can believe in him. You can become part of his growth. And the business model is super simple. We retain 60% commission for every card. And since we are in the blockchain, we also have the opportunity to get the royalty fees in the secondary market. We didn't talk about NFTs because we took the Reddit approach. That means that you won't even know that it's an NFT until you actually bought it. The team behind is me and my brother. We started everything. I was working at Munactive, a gaming company in Israel. He's working at Wix. He was working at Wix. And we found not one, but two Yogevs to work as CTO and blockchain engineer. And one of our advisors is Markian Benamou. He is a creator with 12 million followers, and he also became an investor of us when he started to see the opportunity. What we did until now. So we already started the platform is live. You can already using it. And by the way, the tournament is started. So if you want, you can already participate. And more than 300 creators already participate and verify to the platform. And in the first 2 weeks, 120 cars were sold out in 1 hour. We raised $300,000 from Floriventures. We were part of the Polygon Accelerator in Lisbon, Mamram Space Accelerator in Israel, and now we are a partner of Thought Leaders, a influencer marketing platform in Israel. And just to wrap up everything, if Facebook introduced the concept of like, Instagram and TikTok the concept of followers, we are actually here to introduce the concept of believers, people that are actually committing to your success and want to be part of your growth. Any question, please? Thank you.
Thank you. Great presentation from Believe In. A round of applause. Thank you, David. Next, let's give the stage to Brew Finance.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ashish from Brew Finance. So, building at the intersection of traditional finance and the decentralized finance, Brew's mission is to bring DeFi or decentralized finance to the doorsteps of the common man. And that has been our mission. Crypto in general and DeFi in particular have a very, very bad name right now. We had a very bad 2022. And why that has happened? Because crypto has focused so much on speculation and so little on real-world utility and fundamentals that the market has gone much ahead of what the fundamentals decide. And that is what we are changing at Brew Finance. How we are changing that? As we all know, that credit gap in emerging markets is a big problem, driving unbanked, underbanked communities like farmers, small businesses, etc., to usurious money lenders who charge them a fortune, and that way create a debt cycle of perpetual poverty. Brew Finance is creating a bridge between emerging markets, which pay high yield, and the developed markets, where typically savers get low yield, like US and Europe, etc. And DeFi rails will help flow of debt capital from the developed world to the emerging economies, thereby creating an ESG bond ecosystem backed by real-world assets, not unsecured assets, but backed by real-world tokenized assets. And we have already been doing it on blockchain in India for the last 3 years, lending to small and marginal farmers against their crop, tokenized on blockchain in partnership with institutions like World Bank, Government of Maharashtra, and many banks of India. The farmers, we have already created the largest asset tokenization platform of the world in 3 years. Today, we have tokenized more than $600 million of assets stored in 1,400 warehouses and have given $9 million loans to farmers, out of which $3 million have been given in the last 60 days itself. We have just partnered with MasterCard to launch credit card globally for the first time, backed by real-world tokenized assets, and also launching our real-world asset NFT platform in this quarter itself. Now, the same blockchain platform is being added to a decentralized finance protocol, thereby creating a global pool of capital available to unbanked and underbanked communities in emerging markets. And that's how we are looking to change the world with the help of decentralized finance. Thanks a lot for being with us today.
Thank you. A round of applause from Brew Finance. We can leave it here. And next to take the stage, Comgo.
The impact investment market has topped the USD 1 trillion mark. On the other hand, UN has advised that 2030 agenda's goals will not be achieved. So, we have more money than ever to tackle SDGs, but we are still failing. The impact industry is immature. We are overwhelmed with green labels. We lack of an impact accountancy system, and we don't have the right technology to unleash impact data we can trust. Disruption is needed. Comgo is the first global digital impact ecosystem where, thanks to blockchain and tokenomics, users, both individuals and organizations, are valued for the positive impact they generate. All kinds of interactions for the good, financial and non-financial, are registered, traced, measured, certified, and reported through the user's impact profiles thanks to our impact token. Our impact measurement method helps users easily digitize their impact goals, and thanks to smart contracts and blockchain, we help collect and certify impact data in real time. We increase trust in the industry, reduce impact management costs, and help allocate impact capital. Our business model is B2B2C, and we have different revenue streams to engage all sizes of users and fasten scalability. It's an emerging huge new industry, so our serviceable available market will soon be close to $1 billion. We're the only solution developed with a decentralized approach that allows users to interoperate in different impact communities with the same ID, which enables a unique impact profile worldwide. After 3 years of pilots with relevant stakeholders such as UN, tracing over 3 million euros with over 130 entities, we have engaged Acumen and AWS to help us go to market and together scale fast. We count with an incredibly diverse, talented team with huge specialization in DLTs, blockchain, tokenomics, APIs, and impact measurement. We have brought our innovation to the market in an incredibly complex industry and are now determined to disrupt it. Thank you.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Comgo. And next to take the stage, Echo 3D.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Hey, everyone. Welcome to CES. So good to see everyone, and thanks for the team here to bring everyone together. I'm Alon from Echo 3D. There we go. We're a cloud platform for 3D asset management. We allow developers to build games, apps for AR, VR, and metaverse applications. Today, we have over 35,000 developers on our platform who are using Echo to build amazing applications for marketing, gaming, e-commerce, and more. And we've partnered with some of the amazing companies that are actually here around CES, like Unity, NVIDIA, and Intel. If you think about it, 3D content is everywhere. We're seeing it in games like Minecraft and Roblox. We're seeing it in AR, VR filters on Snapchat and TikTok. And we're seeing it everywhere in e-commerce for try-before-you-buy experiences. Now, content is everywhere, but it's really hard to build 3D applications. Now, if you think about it, it's not such a big deal for 2D. That problem was solved. If you want to build a website, you can drag and drop an image or video, and suddenly they appear in web and mobile. And if I'm in New York and you're in California and we're both watching some episode on Netflix, we automatically get the best content streaming experience. At Echo, we translated these concepts into 3D, allowing you to manage and deliver 3D content and get the best 3D streaming experience. The way it works is you use our platform to drag and drop content. We store, stream, and deliver that content everywhere to any device, any game engine, and any web browsers all over the world. If you look at the biggest apps today and games that are using 3D content, they're really big and they're really cumbersome and really hard to update. If you use Echo's technology, these games become much, much smaller and much, much easier to update in real time, creating amazing new immersive experiences. Today, we have over 35,000 developers on the platform, again, leveraging our tech to build amazing applications across a variety of use cases. And amazing companies that are building things for NFTs or Web3 or even urban development are using 3D content at scale powered by Echo 3D. And we're one of the only partners with Unity who are providing a cloud solution specifically for 3D content. The 3D market is huge. We're seeing big companies, and definitely walk around the expo to see all these AR, VR headsets and all these amazing companies who are spending billions in building devices and applications. We're building the cloud to connect them all. We raised over $9.5 million in multiple rounds, with the latest one being with Qualcomm Ventures and investors like Space Capital, Reimagine Ventures, Convoy, and Techstars. We are the right team to take the cloud to the revolution of 3D, and we're super excited about that. So if you want, you can scan this QR code right now with your phone, and we will stream data from our cloud to your phone, to your camera right now. Thank you so much. Enjoy CES, and if you want to see some amazing demos, say hello. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Echo 3D. Did everybody get that QR code? All right, good. Next to present, Unimart.
Hi there. I'm Shaik, founder and CEO of Unimart. Unimart is the world's first open source platform for commerce. Given that we're open source, businesses can build their own apps on our platform or plug in third-party apps like POS systems, ERPs, accounting or marketing systems quite easily using our AI-powered integrations platform. You can also use the existing apps and create your own workflows. Unimart provides two services through its platform: commerce as a service and data science as a service. We enable brands to sell omni-channel, D2C, B2B, B2C, retail, e-commerce, international, etc., as well as helping enablers to build marketplaces, malls, supply chain, and logistics businesses. Large enterprises like the World Gold Council or small businesses like Sendports are building their own marketplaces or managing their omni-channel businesses on our platform. We have built 80 plus applications and 100 plus integrations on this platform to enable businesses end-to-end: supply chain and logistics, operations, marketing, finance, and sales. The platform is built on Hyperledger Fabric with our own proprietary consensus and incentive mechanism, enabling businesses to plug into public blockchains with ease and maintain data integrity, immutability, and security. We offer 35 different data science models and AI solutions to help businesses manage products and cataloging, demand and supply, logistics and network, marketing and engagement across channels. We have converted commerce into complete conversational commerce and solved the challenges of cataloging across multiple platforms through the use of AI. In the last 2 months since we launched, we have received inbound interest from more than 200 enterprises looking to grow their business and closed $200,000 in revenues last month. We have a leadership team based in US and India that knows exactly how this can be done, with a record of academic and industry achievements to prove it. Only two things matter in business: customers and revenues. We help businesses with both.
Thank you. Put your hand together for presenter. And next, speeding through our next presentation, please welcome Riza Health.
Hello, my name is Kyle Culver, and I'm the founder and CEO of Raza Health. And I'm really excited to share what our team's been working on with you today. So the healthcare system in the United States is failing. We're wasting $1 trillion a year, with about a quarter of that going to administrative complexity. 30% of our workforce is working on managing the administrative functions. We have health insurance companies that are spending billions of dollars managing this complexity. And then the system and the cost coming from it are the leading cause of bankruptcy. And so when we dig a little deeper and we start looking at, what's really driving some of these things, what we see is on the left side here, we have these doctors and hospitals or providers of care that need to communicate with the insurance companies. And they may need to communicate with 20 or more insurance companies to get answers on things like claims, eligibility, coverage, all that fun stuff. But the answers that they're getting, they're not able to get quickly. And so sometimes it's taking days, weeks, or months to get that through. And we're using this clearinghouse model to make that many-to-many connection. And so what Raza Health is doing is offering up a Web3 protocol that allows for that data and that logic to now be immediately accessible to the provider. And so with that, they can get that authoritative answer. And now we're using Web3 technologies, we can also make that community owned, so that now that can function as an industry utility that we compete above. And so the outcomes of that, when we're looking at just the efficiency gain, we get that single payer efficiency. However, we still get the benefit of the competition on the backside. And then we get providers now that can get an authoritative answer immediately. And then the payers, the insurance companies, can compete above this more efficient foundation. And the patients get the benefit of that as well, because now you can have a more efficient ecosystem built on top of the protocol and highly specialized apps that are making use of that. So when we look at our team, I wrote a white paper about this concept in 2016. It wasn't the right time for the technology, but I met some of these other folks along the way, and we went on to develop and deliver blockchain enterprise solutions in healthcare that are creating value today for incumbents. And now we're looking to build upon that and get after this more difficult use case. And so when we look at our roadmap, we have a very ambitious roadmap, and we're excited about what we've built. Right now, we're currently raising and partnering with incumbents to demonstrate these features. Healthcare needs a new platform, and Raza Health's excited to be working on that. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Raza Health. Thank you for your presentation. Next, please welcome Riddle and Code.
Good afternoon. I'm John Callion. I'm the CEO of Riddle & Code. We're based in Vienna, Austria. Our main purpose is onboarding industrial machines onto blockchains. We create industrial machine NFTs at the core of our technology. There are 4 UN sustainability goals that we align with. That's why we're grateful to be here with the XTC program. We care about accelerating the transition to sustainable energy systems. We use Web3 infrastructure to facilitate this, to incentivize people and companies to take action. What we're doing is allowing for data-driven circular economies, token economies. It's going too slow. No one is rushing into producing sustainable energy as fast as we all would like to. And how can we all contribute? It's difficult to follow regulations. It's difficult for citizens to participate. And frankly, there's not enough trusted data for machines to make decisions. We are launching a Web3 builder space, tools and applications for developers at companies or in their garage to start building on the Web3. In particular, the Riddle protocol, which we're launching this year in partnership with the Riddle Foundation. It's a massive market. There's going to be trillions of dollars stored in value on blockchains. We've worked with a lot of companies up until today in the last 6 years, and we intend to work with a lot of the companies that you'll see here today as well. We're a team of entrepreneurs, energy experts, and crypto natives. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Riddle and Code. Thank you for your presentation. And our last pitch of today, please welcome Technology Partnership.
Thanks. Okay, which button should I press?
Yeah, this is go forward, this is backward.
Hi. Hi, my name is Sava. I am Director of Technology Partnership, and I'm bringing Shoppa to you. Shoppa is simple to use, borderless connectivity. It is the future of commerce. Okay, this is. Based on our experience developing software solutions for highly regulated markets, we developed Shoppa, Web3 ecosystem, with a particular focus on security, simplicity, scalability, and interoperability. We believe that trust, zero trust, is very important, and that is why zero trust philosophy is at our core. We bring, for end users, secure payments and SSI. For micro merchants, we bring unified commerce, and we bring automated and integrated business processes for SMEs and enterprises. We paid attention to all problems that merchants are facing, and we brought some solutions for them. Not all of them. So, what we've wanted to do is to simplify user experience, and our user experience is very simple. I want, I confirm. And it is everything, and it works everywhere. Simultaneously, merchants get real-time inventory check and all updates, and automated business processes, they do all the processing, so sending, shipping, ordering, and production on demand, cutting waste. Web3. Behind everything is our Internet of Business processes that does process normalization, data normalization, does data flow control, data diodes, and really keeps everything flowing. If you think about Web 2 complexity increases exponentially with each added service, but with our system, it really keeps linear. This is what we do. This is our plans. In Serbia, at the moment, we are onboarding hundreds of merchants. With the help of payment institution from Plusius, from Sweden, Plusius, we are going global. This is something like we are going to introduce customs, sales, and VAT charges at this point of sales. And this is something cutting probability of return packages, and that is about 70%. And this is what we do. We make business processes clever. You can imagine that every business process can become a very clever bot, enhanced by AI, talk to each other, and making decisions. We integrated everything from messaging to video calls, blockchains, payments, different ERP systems, different online shops. Thank you.
Thank you. Technology partnership. Thank you for your presentation. And again, put your hands together for all the presenters today. They're all winners in their own right. We're super excited to bring more of the XTC startups to the investor community. So congratulations to everybody who presented. And now, of course, there's going to be a winner. Let me invite Lars Rigger back to stage for the announcement.
So Victoria, big thanks, and of course, as in the prior session, pretty hard to identify who is the winner of this session. But may I ask Alan on stage here from Echo 3D? Alan, and I think you are here on stage for pushing the door open further to our life in metaverse, yeah, making it 3D, making it more understandable for old guys like me. Congratulations. And well-deserved winning this.
Cool. Let me invite all the presenters today for the Web3 track. And if you judge this track and you're the audience, please come up for a group photo. Again, I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for joining. If you like to connect with any of the entrepreneurs and you didn't get a chance to do so, please send me a note on LinkedIn, Victoria Slivkov, and I'm happy to make the intros. And also, recording of our videos will be available on the CES website. So follow us on social media, Extreme Tech Challenge, and I hope to see you at our next showcase coming to the next tech conference in your neighborhood. Thank you so much. Put your hands together for all the winners and presenters.